Hey everybody, welcome to YOLO Connects. It's your girl Lily Tamale. Today we'll be graced with a talk with Justin Mcclure, who, as you guys already know, is a videographer, a photographer, a content creator for the Mighty Mcclure's YouTube channel. He's a true inspiration, and he'll be answering a few questions for us today about his work process. Hi Justin, and thank you for joining us on my channel. Mr. Mcclure, your life story is an epitome of how, as humans, we hold within us the power to improve on our own livelihood. After deciding that you wanted to switch your life around, what mantra or mindset kept you going?
Hey Lily, I hope all is well. So I think I had two mantras when I changed my life. So when I changed my life, when I got sober, meaning that I was drinking all the time, I was using some drugs, I was womanizing. I basically was a person who was insecure, and I was trying to have people and alcohol make me feel better. And it was kind of like an escape from just dealing with reality. Long story short, you might have heard the story, but one night I saw a movie, and in the movie, I saw myself, and I saw a pathetic person, and I'm like, oh wait, that's you. That's who you are. And it just gave me the motivation, and also a lot of shame, a lot of humility. And I just said, stop drinking. No matter what you do tomorrow, just don't drink. I don't care if I, kick a dog or yell at somebody on the street. Like, just don't drink. Like, I think that's the biggest problems with people is they try to do too much too soon. When they want to lose weight, they go to these crazy extremes that they can't be accountable for. Whereas for me, I wanted to keep it simple. When I wanted to change my life, I was like, okay, this is where I'm at, and I don't like it. But tomorrow, do one thing: just don't drink. Okay. So my mantra, as I got sober, I had two mantras. One is people, places, things. Every change in life comes down to people, places, things. If you want to change, you got to change the people you're hanging out with and who are influencing you. You got to change the places you're going to. For me, bars, the streets, that type of thing. You got to change the things you're doing. So people, places, things. If somebody is not changing their people, places, things, then they're not going to change their life. For me, the things I was doing, I took my phone at the time, I deleted every contact in there, and I said the people that need to contact me will, but I need to get rid of almost everyone in my life. People, places, things. I moved to a new place in New York City where I was living because I had to get away from where I was. I stopped doing the things I was doing, going to bars and staying out late. I started going to recovery meetings and such like that. So my whole thing in life now is no matter what type of change somebody's trying to do, people, places, things is it. The other mantra is and then what? And I think I just made these things up, but basically they adhere to my life, apply to my life. So basically, I always think sometimes in the early days of like if I wanted to drink again, use drugs or relapse or have a fun night out, I would sit in my body and I would go through that experience in my mind of having that drink and the next drink, maybe hooking up random with a woman, and like that would be that night. But then I would say to myself, and then what? And then what? The next day you're going to wake up with shame and guilt, and you're going to have regret, and the night before was not going to be worth it. So my point is, if I'm ever tempted in anything, because we are as human beings, then I will look at the situation and I will just say, let's say you do that, Justin. And then what? And then what? And once I can do that, I can realize whatever you're about to do wasn't worth it, because and then what? You have to live the rest of your life with wishing you didn't do that thing. So people, places, things, and then what is the biggest mantra for me. So
The dynamism of the Mcclure show on YouTube and social media is so entertaining it almost looks effortless. What are your thoughts on life and work equilibrium?
okay, so we've been doing this for quite a while now, and my experience in life is a filmmaker, creative. So my point is we treat our work like work so that we can go do something else. We don't spend an hour fiddling around or whatever. Even my kids, They know when it's time to work. They know when it's time to do a video. I'm very clear about their participation in our business. I think it's a great thing. When I was growing up, I had to, chop wood and uh, pick up chicken, eggs, build fences, like all kinds of labor, like very, very laborious things I had to do outside. I got paid nothing for it. What I'm saying is my kids, all they got to do is help with the family business and they make videos. But through that, my kids learned accountability, responsibility, how to participate. They learn these amazing skills that they will not get at school. So there's great things that my kids are being taught there. How do we achieve equanimity? Is we do our job efficiently and with purpose, and we know that we're achieving something, which is our family business. And my wife and I are very clear to our kids that they're a big part of this. We don't exploit our kids. We're all part of this. They all participate. They all come to the table with something. But the biggest thing that we do is that we structure it and we treat it like a business so that we can go do something else. If we're shooting a video at 3 o'clock, then we should be done by 3:35. And we know what we need to do to get this done. So that's the biggest way that we achieve what you're asking, so that we can live a normal life. Because I don't want my kids to be doing this outside of knowing that helping mom and dad in our business is important. I want them to have activities, to play soccer, to have friends, which they do. So the less time that we spend with our business, the more time we have to be normal people. And that's really important for myself. I play a lot of golf. I work out. I do yoga. My wife does things. We're not obsessed with business. The other thing that's really important is we don't spend time in the comments. We don't spend time, ironically, we're not very social at all on like social media. I'm never on there. I don't hang out on there. I do other things. So we make our content and then we go do something else. I create, I don't consume. So I think it's really important for a healthy mind is to create, don't consume. Because creating is very good for your imagination. It's very good for everything. Consuming is not. So create, don't consume. Have a purpose for what you're doing. Treat what you're doing like a business. Respect everyone involved in the business, even your kids, and know that you're teaching them great life skills as you're building your business. So hopefully that answers that. Good question. Again, you got good questions here.
Describe a typical filming day in the life of the Mcclures.
So basically, a typical day is, like today's a typical day. So we'll talk about today. The day before, we tell our kids the video that we're going to shoot. Today, we're going to shoot a video playing Uno, but some of the cards are going to be removed, and they're going to have other cards in their place. The cards that are like, go eat the hottest sauce in the fridge, or do 20 jumping jacks, whatever. So we're going to replace Uno cards with other cards. And this is really important to also do videos and create media that is interesting to our kids. We're a family brand and we create family content, but we try to create content that our kids will enjoy doing because they're kids, right? So the night before, they know, hey, tomorrow we're going to do this. You can go to Taekwondo. And then after that, when you get home, we're going to do this video. We're going to shoot it at 5 and let's knock it out, by 6, which means we're going to set up, play Uno, whatever. Most of the work is on mom and dad, setting up the camera, whatever, the angles, whatever I'm trying to do. But the important part, the fun part for them is they get to play Uno, and that's really fun. So the only instructions they have are they know they're doing a video. They know how to forward face the camera when they want to say something, to talk clearly. If I need to get something again, ask them to say it again because I need to get, good shots. But during the filming, that's pretty much what it is we try to have fun. We don't restrict ourselves in any way. We try to really have a great time. Most of the time, what goes into the video is definitely going to be the crosstalk and the behind the scenes. A lot of people cut out, the bickering and stuff. We always put that in because I think that's the funniest part of a family dynamic is when they're arguing or something like that. So there's really nothing that we don't give any instructions on what to say or whatever because our kids are funny. We just ask them to speak clearly. Because the job of an editor is to find entertainment in what you have. So because I'm a good editor and my team, we can find something good in that. We don't have to set up a lot of different things. So, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Like they know the day before. And then when we do the video, I don't have a lot of setup now. I don't do a lot of production. I try to keep everything raw and natural and organic, so that because the more time you're setting up cameras and lights, the less time you're taking away from the authenticity and the improv that can happen when you just have a camera. So now I try to have a small camera and I just like get everything that's happening to keep it really kinetic. I guess that's a good word, is a very kinetic style. So we try to make the videos fun. And then when we're done, it's like I'm done recording, and then boom, we're done immediately. The kids can go do whatever they want, and then I'll upload the footage, and then either I edit or somebody on my team will edit. I have a couple editors now, and they will edit. And I taught them how to edit, so they edit based on my ethos and my style. So.
What are your upcoming projects? How far would you want your kids, Eva, Alexis, and Jersey, to go in the entertainment industry?
Okay, that's interesting. Our upcoming projects, that's a good question. My wife and I have different verticals that we're doing. I've invented a light. I would show it to you now, but the patent is still pending, and I'm in the prototype phase. But basically, if you look on my social media, I think I put a picture at my wife's birthday party with the light. So the past year and a half, I've invented a light that I think is going to be a disruptor in the video world. It's definitely going to be a game changer. I invented it based off a need that I had to have a light on a camera that wasn't on top. So I've invented a light. That's a vertical that I have. My wife is in the middle of launching her skincare, and also she's invented a certain type of a bead for braiding. So we're like inventors. We have other verticals. I do consulting. I do public speaking. I do a lot of different things. So people need to understand that, like, for us, we do other things other than YouTube, which is important. I've also invested in a few companies. I have quite a bit of money invested into cryptocurrency, which is doing well. So we don't need to do what we're doing. We do it because we want to, and it's fun. As far as the kids, we keep that open. We don't pressure them into anything. Like, I'm not the type of dad to be like, I love golf, like, you got to learn how to play golf. It's basically, I just want my kids to learn the ability to work hard. And I think this is important to tell you for whatever you're writing, is that whatever they want to do in life, what they're learning now with our business is they're learning the ability to work hard, which they then can apply to gymnastics or graphic design or becoming a doctor, whatever they want to do. They learn and they see that mom and dad work hard. They work hard when they help our business, and they work hard at school. The only thing they have to do in life right now is work hard at school and work hard with our business for the limited amount of time that they're working. And then these skills that they're learning from this, they can then apply to whatever they want to do in life. If it's acting, so be it. But we don't even talk about it or force upon it. We don't even talk about it. I want my kids to have a good childhood. That's it. So I think it's really important to say that, is that I don't want to rush them to get older and like, what do you want to do when you grow up? I don't like that question. No, live now. Like, be a child. Enjoy your childhood. Do cartwheels, eat candy, like, enjoy your childhood. There's plenty of time to grow up and figure out what you want to do. All you need to know now is how to work hard and persevere when things get tough. That's the tough thing with kids, is that I'm trying to teach them when things are tough, we got to persevere through it. So we do what we do for our family business. The kids may or may not want to stay in this line of work, but they really enjoy YouTube, and we'll have to see what they want. Right now, I think they kind of do want to act, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. We'll have to see if that's what they want in a couple of years. And if they do, we're going to be very supportive of it. If they want to be Taekwondo teachers, we'll be supportive of that as well. So right now, the most important thing is that they just have a good childhood, and I think they're having a great childhood. I could pat myself and my wife on the back and say that I think we've done a great job. I think we're awesome mom and dad. And I know this because when I was growing up, I didn't have a great, childhood for various reasons. So I know that juxtaposing these two things, my kids are having a great childhood. They're happy, and they're very close to mom and dad, and they're very close to each other. And they spend a lot of time just being kids, which is what we want.
What's the reward, the best part about producing media content around your life?
That's awesome question. You got great questions. Maybe you're going to get into journalism. What are you going to do? I guess if I was really talking to you, these are great questions. I was too busy thinking about asking you something. What was the question there? Oh, the biggest reward? The biggest reward is documenting memories with each other and working together. Like mom and dad, we don't have to go to a job in a building. We get to work with our family. And today we get to play Uno or we get to do these challenges. These are things that we wouldn't normally do. So we get to create memories and document our lives together, which is great. And then a lot of times we get to do things that we wouldn't normally do with our kids. 20 years ago, before social media and stuff, people would play games with their family. Now we do challenges on video, kind of the same thing. But if we weren't doing this, we wouldn't be doing those things. So typical moms and dads, they go to a job and they don't see their kids until 6 or 7. We get to take our kids to school. We get to pick them up. We get to read them stories at night. That is the most important part, going back to giving them a good childhood, is the stability that mom and dad are always there. So that is a big win. It may not seem like one because you're not advancing your business forward, but as far as one of the biggest benefits is just giving your children stability by being here with them, respecting who they are as part of our business, and creating fun memories together that one day they will look back and they will look at the quality of our videos and they will say, mom and dad must have really loved us because they put a lot of effort into this. When I was 4, I'm imitating my kids. When I was 4 or 5, I couldn't really understand it because we just, did videos and had fun. But now as an older person, I can look back and I can really appreciate it because they put a lot of time into making this entertaining. And also, we don't export our kids, meaning mom and dad are entertaining. We are funny. We don't have to rely on our kids to be funny or entertaining. So there's no pressure on them, which is also important. There's no pressure because mom and dad are funny. Like we can carry a video as well. So we don't pressure them into like, you got to make this entertaining. So really, we just all want to have fun. And if we have 5 individuals that are funny, then it's the job of the editor to bring out the entertainment in that. And I think, that's what we do. We're not as big as a lot of other channels, but I think we are the most entertaining. I got to really say that. I really believe that we are the most entertaining. And I'm proud of that because our kids participate. We all participate. It is a family business. So there's a lot of benefits there. We're very grateful that we do this. We're very happy. There's so much gratitude. So we appreciate everyone who follows us. So yeah, I think that's everything that you needed. I'm pretty sure there's audio on this one. I know this is really long, but I look forward to seeing. And I'd write you back, but you see here that it says this is your message. At the bottom it says I cannot send messages for 21 hours because I don't mince words. So a lot of times, these trolls, they email or not trolls, scammers. They scam me in my DMs and they're just like, hey, we want to pay you $2,000 to put ads on your Facebook page, whatever. And these are criminals. These are criminals. So I respond back and I'm kind of mean sometimes because I'm just like, you piece of shit, whatever. Listen, I don't mince words. And I tell my wife, I'm like, because these are criminals. These are people who are trying to take money from people's grandma, like whatever. These are criminals. So I'm not nice to them. Anyhow, I think one reported me, and I'm blocked from messages, so I can't respond back to you right now, which I think is hilarious. I think I talked about it on a podcast. We love our kids, but about how I got blocked on Instagram. But I appreciate you thinking of me. I hope you're well, and thank you again.